Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Cuomo might not leave. Now, he's almost certainly going to. There's a possibility that he doesn't. Former US Attorney Preet Bharara wonders if mischief afoot. In Andrew Cuomo waiting 14 days to resign. He doesn't have to wait 14 days. First of all, there's this mythology or this public relations attempt at turning Mr. Bharara into a courageous, noble individual, which he might be, but from what I've seen in his handling of the Clinton Foundation, so they gave this New York prosecutor the Clinton Foundation to investigate, and of course, he couldn't find any foul play. So we'll just leave it at that. He didn't read Clinton Cash. Instead, they used a dossier that was never published by any, it wasn't even a book. It was a compilation of nonsense and gossip and hearsay. At least you have, like, the New York Times with information about money exchanging hands or money going into a foundation and the beneficial treatment taking place for Uranium One. A whole bunch of things. Okay? Arms shipments. But anyway, he couldn't find any wrongdoing. Now, he's actually saying something very interesting. And, so that's bizarre. Of course, we're talking about Tammany Hall. But now Preet Bharara is saying that there's some kind of mischief going on, and former U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara wonders if mischief afoot in Andrew Cuomo waiting 14 days to resign. I was a little taken back. He said his resignation is effective in 14 days, and it may be overly cynical on my part, but I believe that Andrew Cuomo is a person of mischief. They're all people of mischief. Everyone within Tammany Hall is a person of mischief. Okay? When they can't find anything on the Clinton Foundation, yet they're obsessed with Trump's tax returns because, oh my God, he paid for the tuition of his CEO's grandchildren. They're now focusing on the CEO of the ice rink that Trump owns in New York, the ice rink boss. I mean, it's such a farce. They're obsessed over the wrong things, okay? They had his tax returns, the holy grail of corruption, since February of since February of this year. They found nothing. And they have been focused on his tax returns since 2015. They obtained them in February of this year. So you tell me. You tell me if there's this criminal financial labyrinth that they just couldn't, they just have to go after his CEO, the CEO of his organization, or the CFO, for perks. I mean, this is the crime of the century. When you had one New York Democrat, Madam Secretary, and her husband, oh my goodness, don't forget about me, President Bill Clinton, with top secret intelligence on private servers for 4 years, and money, hundreds of millions of dollars going into an organization, and beneficial treatment taking place. Anyway, now you have Preet Bharara saying, so he couldn't find anything. Just couldn't find anything, gosh. Then, here, this is at Investorscom, where it talks about how this federal prosecutor investigated. Well, eventually found nothing. But anyway, now he's saying that Andrew Cuomo might actually not resign or utilize the 14 days to find some way to hang on to power. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Tell your friends, we're over 183,000 subs. We're on our way to 200,000 subs. If you want to support this channel, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, The super thanks is below, right next to the like and the share buttons. It's to the right of the like and share buttons. And if you want to support this channel, that would be greatly appreciated. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people who are facing a discrimination case. But ladies and gentlemen, quote, I don't know of anyone who thinks there needs to be 2 weeks. Oh, and by the way, if you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, The Times of Israel, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. But here, so this prosecutor says, I don't know of anyone who thinks there needs to be 2 weeks, and that is sparking concern from not just some of his detractors, but also, candidly, from some who have been close to him for years. They're wondering if what he's trying to do is just wait and see if the climate shifts for some reason. Oh my God, he's like, nobody's taking my Emmy from me. I got an Emmy. You can do anything you want, but you can't take my Emmy away. This is interesting. I think that he'll probably resign. I think that the 14 days almost certainly is an attempt to do exactly that. I think this prosecutor is right, that he's trying to just, 1 day is like a month in this dystopian nightmare of American politics. So, I mean, it'd be interesting. We'll see. I think that he does resign eventually, but 14 days, I mean, give me your thoughts below. Why do you think he's waiting 14 days? To my 7-minute crowd, give me your thoughts. So, already there's been some commentary about Cuomo making a political comeback. Journalist Chuck Todd predicted on MSNBC that Cuomo will run for office again sometime during his lifetime. He wants to live to fight another day, Todd said. So you see the way the wonderful, morally superior liberal journalists, you see, like, the fact that he's accused by 11 women, they don't care. This is a club, an organization. It's really like a cult, the Democratic Party. And I was a lifelong Democrat my whole life. Before I said, hey, Trump is doing a great job. We had record low unemployment. The media was melting down into this mist of contempt and disdain for one man. It was completely irrational. Every single day, their disdain for Trump overshadowed the good things he was doing. We had record low unemployment. We didn't have the inflation and the crime and everything we have now. And the best thing he did in terms of foreign policy, Trump, was withdraw Americans from never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts in numerous regions, but especially with a negotiated deal to bring us out of our longest-running counterinsurgency conflict that Biden hopefully will continue to abide by. But, so I was a lifelong Democrat. I can tell you that their mentality is vote blue no matter who, protect the political party. The average supporter of President Trump, the average voter of President Trump doesn't care about the Republican Party. They really don't. He got 74 million Americans because Trump is not a traditional Republican. He tried, if he failed, at least he tried and failed to get a lot of things done. And he did get things done. In terms of foreign policy, he did some amazing things. In terms of the economy, he did some amazing things. They didn't care. His tweets and his rhetoric, look, he could have toned down the rhetoric. It would have done him a lot of good. It would have done the country a lot of good. Because media, what they do is they'll actively cover for the Democratic Party and then emphasize any misstep by Trump. So the president's son, Hunter, you can go down the list, okay? You can go, even Andrew Cuomo, they gave him an Emmy, okay? Nobody should ever listen to Hollywood again on anything. They gave this man an Emmy. Think about the type of individual Andrew Cuomo is. You think he's going to wait 14 days without trying to hold on to his office. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now.